In our first session, I want you to roll. So if you've got diastasis recti, you've just had a baby, any abdominal, pelvic floor, prolapse pressure, I want you to start rolling on your back and rolling to your side to get up and down, okay? It will take away so much pressure in your abdominals and your pelvic floor. So on our back, we're gonna start with a pelvic tilt. Just enjoy being here. I want you to tuck your pelvis under and press your lower back to the floor. And I want you to imagine you're allowing the floor to just take your spine right now. And you might feel tension in your pelvic floor here. Just make sure you're not pushing down in your pelvic floor. Tucking your pelvis under. Think of lengthening the bottom of your spine there and gently relax. And we're going to do it again. Exhale, tuck. You're going to find as well as we go on, our breath is so key in restoring our core. It's going to take you a little while to learn, so be patient with it. But once you get a hold of it, the magic will start to happen. And release. So I want you to put your hands on the bottom of your rib cage, thumb at the back, and I want you to inhale, inflate your rib cage. And exhale, relax. Inhale, inflate. And exhale, relax. So you're getting this 360 breath work going on in the back of your rib cage. Inhale and exhale. Now what I want you to do is get your two fingers and think about wearing a thong here. I'm just firing up everything for you. Stay with me, okay? This is what this first session is going to be about. So you're going to go down to your kneeline here, and I want you to press here. Now this is where your deep abdominals, your corset abs, your transverse abdominis muscles are. And they're like two strips coming all the way up here, acting like a corset. They don't meet in the middle. They are a supportive brace here coming up the body, our deepest abdominal muscle, and that's what we're going to trigger. And I only want you to trigger 30%. So I don't want you to go, ah! I want you to go soft. All right, so you've got your two fingers, and what we're doing with this, depending how much fat you have around your tummy, I need you to press down and see if you can fire up this trigger. This is what I would do to a lot of my clients, is I'd press in and I'd really push down here. So think of hip bones, two fingers in, two fingers down. I've got a longer session on this on my YouTube. So do that. Here, press down, and as you press down, I want you to try and lift behind. So you're going to exhale and lift. Now, did you feel any twitching behind? This time I want you to lift pelvic floor and try and lift behind, okay? So we're going to exhale and lift. And release, and go for one more. Exhale and lift. And release. Did you feel anything? If you didn't, keep practicing that, because that's what we want to fire up, our deep abdominal muscles. But I've got a longer session on my YouTube, like 6 minutes or something. And it's always good to come back to that. You might find that you'll progress, and then all of a sudden you've stopped progressing because you've got really stressed, you've got constipation, and it's screwed you up. It's reality. It's reality. I'm being so real with you right now. And don't worry, always come back to it. That's what it's, I always find, like, if I get to that place, it means I'm just going to take a step back, go back to the basics of what I know, and then pursue onwards. or you just stick with me and do your core. So here, we're going to exhale, keep this trigger, and I want you to slightly open your legs. We're going to lift up into a glute bridge. And now I want you to lift your pelvic floor for 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Exhale. Lift pelvic floor, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And exhale. Lift pelvic floor, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let's go for 4 more. Remember, I said 30% of your breath here. So not 30% of your breath, but 30% of trying to trigger your deep abdominis muscle. And maybe you might start feeling it. But if you've never done deep abdominal work, you probably are not feeling it. But it will come. And release. 2 more. And release. Go for 1 more here. Pelvic floor. 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. I always find this position, whenever you have like pelvic floor heaviness, so good. You can just prop a couple of cushions underneath. So roll to your side to get up, and we're going to do 1 more exercise here. Open your hands here, and I want you just to round your spine, push the floor away, and just move in a circle here. We're staying at that 30%. I don't want you to really pull in those abdominals just yet. And the other way. And to your center here, and relax the tummy. Remember that 360 breathing. And then this time you're going to exhale, press away. I want you to draw your abdominals into that 30% if you can. And then we're going to slide 1 hand off. And we're going to hold, keeping your weight centered, keeping your hip facing down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently slide in. Feel your balance have to work. Reset. Exhale, slide off. Keeping your hip facing down. Keep your weight forward. Breathe. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And gently release down. Let's go into the other side 1 more time. Press away. Scooping off. Think about your balance here. Are you leaning to one side? Is one side feeling stronger than the other? Do you feel a weakness in the glutes? Maybe, but that's okay. You're here. Exhale. Lifting up. Press away. Nice and long here. Lengthen your leg. Push through your hand. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And gently in. And release there. Hold it there. All right. So that's our first session. And really basic. And then we're going to move on from this. Big love.